Okay, this is the second set of the Group C Tiebreakers. Stork versus Shine. The other We Made Fox guy in the house tonight. Represent! But Shine definitely is Stork's arch nemesis. Just look at him, he's like, I hate you so much. He's typing a Shine, you know how much I hate you? I hate you this much. Bracket, space, 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 bracket. Yeah. And Shine doesn't care, he's just waving to his grandma in the audience. But this should be a good revenge match between these two gentlemen on Aztec. I'm excited. I'm excited. I love it when these two play each other. But yeah, if Stork wins this, he's moving into the round of 8. But if Shine wins it, things are going to be much more up in the air. We're going to see Stork rage quit. But here we go. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. Except down at the 5 o'clock position in Beige is Stork. That means down at the 8 o'clock position in whatever is Shine. Shiny McShinerson. And yeah, my VOD source, the quality on my VOD sources today is a little bit smaller than usual, I think. It might not be noticeable on my YouTube channel. Not sure, but if it does look a little bit crappier than normal, I apologize. But it's out of my hands. I shouldn't apologize for it. I didn't make the videos. But yeah, so Shine, the Achilles heel of many great Protoss dragons. He just likes, I think he has a list of Protoss dragons he wants to destroy. He just keeps it in his pocket, then checks off little tally marks and whatnot once he destroys them. Shine's an evil genius, who is also doughy and lovable. I mean, how can you not like Shine? You might hate him for knocking out your favorite player, but he's just such a cool guy. He's doughy, and his grandma loves him. I mean, come on, that is just adorable. But Shine is out here. He sees the probe, so he knows exactly where to scout. Nicely done from him. Sees the direction of that probe immediately, so he's going straight down to the 5 o'clock. That means that Stork also knows where to scout Shine. So he's going to move into Shine's base. Check out what he has going on. The spotting pool coming up first from Shine. I think this was an overpull build from him. Yes, it was an overpull. From Shiny McShinerson, or a 12 pull. Didn't exactly see if the eggs came up first or not. But it was one of those. Either way, it's going to be a pretty aggressive opener. From Shiny Man. And there is the forge at the front for Stork. Although the observers should click on that, Stork has gone for a gateway fast expand pretty recently in Pro League. Of course, that was on a different map. What was that map? Benzene? Something? Benzene? I forget what the map was. But he went for the gateway fast expand, which made me very excited that he might try to do it again in the OSL, but I don't think the maps are really favorable to that strategy. The gateway fast expand for a Protoss against a Zerg basically guarantees a victory if you can fight back the initial Zergling attack, because it techs you up so quickly to Corsairs that the Zerg player rather cannot keep up. They lose like 3 or 4 overlords early, and that puts them behind for the rest of the game. Not to mention the other tech they have to deal with, Dark Templar drop and High Templar drops and everything like that. So yeah, the Forge Fast Expand keeps everything even, somewhat even. So there's the gateway at the front for Stork. He also had that one single cannon to protect himself. And the Shine has put his third base out there, way out there at the 2 o'clock. But he is going for standard play, it seems. He has those 2 Zerglings that take out the probe. Probe got stuck on the pesky drones who were mining the gas. Oh well. But the Nexus already going to pop up for Stork. Let's see how he does on his probe transfer timing this time around. See if we can get those in there. But Stork has a pretty good versus Zerg record. Well, versus Zerg, yeah, a little bit late on the probe transfer. But yes, I'd say Stork might actually be one of the best PvZ players on the scene now. I mean, Bisu is good, obviously. But Bisu got knocked out by Shine this time around yet again. So I don't know if Bisu really counts in that regard. I definitely put Bisu in the top 3 versus Zerg. I'm not sure what happened to Movie. Man, Movie had so much promise when he was blasting it up versus Zerg. His best of 5 against Shine in the Ever OSL was unbelievable. It was just so good. That was some of the best Protoss versus Zerg play I've ever seen in my life. Use that Dark Archon Maelstrom over the grouping of Mutalisk. God, I love that stuff so much. And I hope to see a revival of that at some point. I love the little StarCraft units that people never use, like Dark Archons, because it's special when people use them. I know people say that our Dark Archons need to get more use, but I say nay to that. Why would you want them to get more use? It's so cool when people finally do use them. It's like a special occasion. But Stork being blocked yet again, there was one drone at the choke to keep Stork out of the main. So that's going to make Stork very suspicious that Shine is going for some cheesy action. And I'm not even sure if Stork saw the lair or not, but the Citadel of Adun on the way for Stork. He is not upgrading his +1 attack for the Corsairs, so he's going straight into his other tech. Not going to focus too much on that air. Probably just going to mostly use the Corsairs for defense, take down one Overlord, a little bit of scouting, and that's probably going to be it for his Corsair production. Might end up using some Archons to keep up his anti-air. But this looks very standard from Shine so far. And Stork, he has a few Zealots to block that tiny hole where the Zerglings can run by. Alright, more cannons on the way for Stork. Let's check out the rest of his build. He has that one gateway at his natural expansion, and he is upgrading his +1 attack. He's going to get a bunch of Zealots out. And make Shine throw down some Sunkens. Always the best way to go. It's a lot like Terran players moving out with their first batch of Medic or Marines against a Zerg, forcing them to throw down Sunkens. But Shine has grouped up his Overlords. Luckily he notices that and he gets them out of a clump, because Corsairs have splash damage, meaning they can take down 2 Overlords at once. So it was good that he separated those Overlords, waiting for his Scourge to pop. But he should have Scourge pretty soon. I knew that he was putting up his Spire, and yeah, Stork anticipates this. Let's see if he can dart away in time, away from the Scourge. It's going to be so close. But Shine is coming in with another grouping of Scourge, going to try to land on this, and I think he's going to be able to do it. Stork! Oh, yep. The Corsair goes down, an early loss for Stork. But he is moving out with his grouping of Zealots, forcing Shine to play uber defensively and throw down 4 sunken colonies, which is a lot of expended minerals. So it's always good to go for this kind of attack. And it looks like Zealot speed just kicked in. So Shine trying to go for a run by. Nice reaction from Stork, though. Very quick reaction from him, as only 3 Zerglings get in. There is a cannon inside the main, too, to protect Stork. And forced to morph a 3rd sunken colony, so Stork moving in a little bit. Killing all the drones that he can. Actually focusing in on the sunken colony. He might be able to do this, actually, coming in with reinforcement Zealots. But a couple more Sunkens left. That one Sunken's going to go down. The second Sunken going to pop up. But Stork might be able to do this anyway. Shine. Gonna lose all of his Sunkens. Oh, this is not good for Shine. Even though he had 3 freaking Sunken colonies, he wasn't able to protect himself. Probably because he ran his Zerglings in. I mean, if he had those Zerglings that he did the run by with earlier, he would have been able to clean this up, but he lost his evolution chamber. Big loss for him as he's trying to get up his upgrades, so that's going to delay the upgrades for a little while longer. And Stork isn't even really worried about any reinforcements. He's just going to keep those Zealots in there as long as he can, backing them up against the wall to make them harder to surround. But yeah, he's not even worried about that. He's macroing up inside of his main, knowing that Shine just took a big hit. So Stork is going to be okay from now on. Well, at least until the Hydralisks pop out or something else. I haven't seen a single Hydra yet for Shine. He's been expending a lot of his resources on Zerglings. So, God, you never know what the hell Shine's going to do. But one Archon and a bunch of other Zealots moving back up to that 2 o'clock base. As Shine is going for another counterattack with Zerglings, it seems. Trying to find that third base from Stork. Backing off for some reason. Looked down there, didn't see a Nexus, and just ran off. Even though there was a pylon warping in, but uh-oh, Shine might be in trouble. He doesn't have a lot here to protect this base. Has to build more sunken colonies. He has those 2 over there. Building a third, morphing a fourth. Let's see if Stork can actually muscle his way through. There's a lot of sunken colonies, though. I don't think Stork's gonna be able to do this, even with the Archon in there to help him. But Stork, he's taking down this third sunken colony, the 2 more sunken colonies, and yep, Stork forced to back off, but he's gotten so much damage done up at that 2 o'clock. It's ridiculous. Not to mention he just threw down a third base uncontested. Gonna have to throw down a lot of cannons there to protect himself, but he's thrown all of Shine's timing is completely off. Look at that Shine. I think he's sweating so much he had to take off his glasses and wipe his face a bit. But yeah, Shine is like, okay, get it together, man. Get it together. Come on. He's just falling behind on everything. So Shine, okay, now he's switching into Mutalisk. So a tech switch from Shine. He had to fight off Archons and Corsairs, though. So Stork, I think, is prepared for Mutalisk. I mean, besides the fact that he has his Archons and Corsairs in the field to help himself out. Oh, 2 splash hits on the Mutalisk. That's huge. That was a big loss for Shine. Just took a lot of damage from those Archons. But yeah, like I said, not only does Stork have Corsairs and Archons out, but he's built cannons everywhere to help himself protect his bases. But yeah, the cannon focusing down the Mutalisk inside of that main, but all the cannons are eventually going to go down here. But Stork is grouping up for a counterattack with Zealots outside the natural expansion, I think. But here come a couple of Archons to help fend this off. Shine not really paying attention there. I think he's trying to dart around, find the Corsairs. But Shine, what happened to... Oh, wow, I was going to say, did Shine lose all of his Mutalisks? But most of them ran off, I think. He might have lost a lot to Archon splash damage, though. And look at this, Shine has not been keeping up with his macro at all. He's forced to build like 8 sunken colonies. More than that. Wow, Shine has a lot of sunken colonies. Playing a bit too scared now, especially considering Stork just took his third base. He's not going to be that aggressive. But Stork... Shine rather is trying to transition to an air build, being chased off by Corsairs. If he can land all of these Scourge, it will make it a lot easier to hold that air superiority. But if he doesn't land the Scourge, this might be it for Shine. He's going for a build that is very risky to do in ZVP. Going for Mutalisk, you have to land a lot of Scourge to make use of this freaking build. And he hasn't done it yet. He took down, what, 1 Corsair earlier with Scourge, but hasn't been able to do much else with it. But alright, Shine, I saw he had a Hydralist in, but I don't think he's done anything with it. Might have just been for a fake out. But Stork is already making his way over to the 2 o'clock again with a couple of Archons there to protect himself against the Mutas. So I think that Shine is actually going for a counterattack with his Mutas. I'm not sure if he's going to try to defend or not, but Corsairs! Oh, splash damage all over those Mutas. And the Scourge weren't even close to the Corsairs. Look at that. Yeah, you need some more sunken colonies. You don't have nearly enough sunken colonies. Not enough. Come on. We need like 5 more at that 2 o'clock. But Stork has cannons around all of his bases to protect himself, very comfortably mining from those 3. A 3-base Protoss is a strong, strong force. So Shine, he needs to do something about that. He has to get some kind of harassment on. Coming up here with his Scourge, lands a bunch of Scourge, like 8 Scourge on 1 Corsair. So not completely efficient in that attack. At least he took down 1 though. But this Mutalisk being chased off by the Corsairs yet again. Corsairs are a bit faster than Mutalisk. Oh, Stork deciding to back off because he's still building up his own Corsair fleet. But building a 4th Nexus. This is ridiculous. This is a wild game, actually. It's very rare you see this kind of air versus air battle in ZVP. But Stork deciding to bypass the expansion where there were 10 sunken colonies, and instead he's going for the 8 sunken colony expansion, as he's protecting his 4th base. But yeah, killing the Overlord at the front. Doesn't have any Dark Templar to help himself out as far as that goes, though. But falling back to the Archon, Shine has just been kind of sloppy in his Mutilus micro. I mean, he's taken so many Archon shots. A good Zerg player will never take an Archon shot. But there's Shine rather, flying over a huge amount of Dragoons, taking a lot of hits. But luckily for Shine, it seems he's grouped up a lot of mutas. He has a bunch of mutas, even though he's already lost a lot in this game. More Corsairs flying in, getting splash damage on those, taking out more mutas. And Stork is actually going to save that Nexus, even though it's in red health. Probably going to go down pretty easily to a Zergling attack, since it's so far isolated out there. But he's still going to have that mining for a while. Yep, 8 sunken colonies at the 2 o'clock, and 5 at the natural expansion. And another one, why not? We need another place to build a sunken inside that main. So alright, Stork is continuing to build Corsairs, and he already has his robotic support bay up, getting those Reavers, some good splash units out. He does need some kind of splash damage in this game. For ground armies and whatnot, because I think that Shine might eventually switch into that, because he's just beating his head against the wall. But yeah, since Stork has been forced to build Archons with all of his High Templar, he definitely wants another kind of ground splash unit, so he's getting out his Reaver at the front, help himself fight off any Zergling attack. But Shine is just not looking good for him now. He waited so long to take that 4th base. And yeah, he threw down so many sunken colonies that I think it put him way behind. There's the Queen's Nest for Shine. He's finally going into Hive Tech, it seems. But this could be the killing blow from Stork. A huge amount of troops streaming up the map to this natural expansion. But Stork is coming up here. He has a shuttle there full of Reavers. Oh, they're going to drop 2 Reavers at the front and probably be able to decimate this natural. So Shine, it's a good thing he's flying around at the other side with his mutas, because he needs to go for a counterattack. There's no other way he's going to be able to protect himself over here. Just look at the amount of Protoss units. Powerful, powerful Protoss units at the front. And that base is going to go down. So Shine is doing the smart thing and going for the counter of that inside 5 o'clock base. And there are the Reavers killing the sunken colonies outside that natural, but the Corsairs are running back to protect that inside 5 o'clock. Let's see if he... No, I don't think he protected the Nexus, but he might be able to kill those Mutalisks anyway. Look at this powerful attack from Stork at this natural expansion. All the sunken colonies have gone down. Oh, that is so scary. That is very scary. Stork has a massive army, and he's destroying the natural expansion, easily going to destroy the main. So Shine, I don't know what he can do from this point on. He does still have a lot of mutas, but the mutas aren't going to help him against this Dragoon Archon army. So he's got to keep them out in the field, killing bases. He did take down that inside 5 o'clock, so that's something at least. And he's trying to morph his Hive, but that Hive's going to go down. He's going to have to cancel that, unfortunately. Fleet Beacon! Of course a Fleet Beacon from Stork. Well, it's either for a +2 attack on the Corsairs or a Disruption Web, or Carriers, you know, why not? Let's go for Carriers at this stage in the game. For embarrassment, that would be for embarrassment purposes, as Stork did go for Carriers. Although he's used the Carrier Sarah build against Zerg a lot in the past, I don't think he'd do that in this situation. He already has the advantage now. So yeah, I think we're going to see +2 attack for those Corsairs soon. Just to lock this down, make sure the Mutalisks can't overpower the Corsairs if they land enough Scourge. So yeah, I think that Stork has pretty much locked down this game. He still has plenty of cannons around his new 4th base. And Fleet Beacon. I love it. Could be going for Scout sight range or something. Yeah, we need that Scout sight range to help against these Mutalisks. But Shine doing a fairly good job. Actually, never mind. Everything's going to melt. Shine goes down to Stork. And Stork has 2 wins. You know what that means. Stork moves out into the round of 8, taking down his arch nemesis. Very happy day for Stork fans such as myself. But alright, we got one more game then. It's going to be the teammate battle. Mind versus Shine, coming up.